seen what we did. And I always like to, because he's in my time, I like to use this. Did you know when Elvis Presley got on TV? How many of you remember when Elvis Presley first got on TV? You know how Elvis Presley takes his legs and shake them, honga, honga, honga. Well, the cameras would not even go down that far because they thought that was provocative. His shaking. They would just play up to here. What do you see on TV now? You see nakedness. You see he, she, and everything you want to see on television now. I could not sit down with my kids and look at television together because I would want them to see what I'm looking at TV now. And the mockery of Christ. There was it the movie Jesus Christ? How they made Jesus Christ Superstar. Was that the movie Jesus Christ Superstar? How they mocked Jesus Christ on the cross. There's so much mockery now of Jesus Christ. So he says this again, Judas today, how that they told you there should be mockers in the last times who shall walk after their own ungodly lust. What do you think? Tell me, what do you think the Lord told Moses when you go into to the promised land? Wipe them out. Wipe them all out. Why do you think he said that? Anybody have an idea why he said that? Number one, it was so ungodly then. And did you know, and I would hate to advise you to do it either. Look up the Canaanites, and when you look at the Canaanites, you're going to see all kind of perversion on Canaanites. It was such a perversion that was taking place then. So God said, it's enough. He said, I want you to go in and destroy them. Get rid of all of that perversion that is there. What do you mean perversion? Ungodly lust. One of them is bestiality that the Canaanites thoroughly enjoy. Go in there and wipe them out. Why do you think the flood came? Because of so much ungodliness and perversion that had taken place. And God said, this is enough, enough, enough. So I'm going to destroy the world by water. But I got news for people. When God destroyed the world with water, he says, I'm going to make a covenant with you. I'm going to make a sign with you. And I promise you that I'll never destroy the world again by water. And so when it rains, you look up in the sky and you'll see my rainbow. That rainbow, which is being perverted today, is a covenant that God has made with man, that I will never destroy the earth again by water. But it's another thing, by fire. And why do you think these nations do not want other nations or nations that got a loose cannon get a hold of the nuclear weapons? Hey, once these nuclear weapons are going to be nuked, this world is going to be on fire. God is going to even release the angels of God. Well, that'll come up later on when I deal with Revelation. But we are in for some times. Stick with Jesus Christ no matter what. Stick with him. No matter what, tell your neighbors to accept Jesus Christ. You might be mocked, shut down, and shut up. But at least you got the word out there to them. Amen. And then they have to deal with that like I did. I don't know about you, but I had to deal with what was said in the midnight hours. I said, come over here, talk to me about Jesus anymore. I'm sorry to say that. I'm not proud of that. But I was full of the devils at that time. But when I accepted Christ, I got totally delivered. Now, getting on some of the sidebars of this in Jude, in 2 Timothy 3:1, it says this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Where are we? I got one that knows. Where are we? Oh. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. I'm going to say that again. So, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. And I just don't want you to go just one direction on that. I want you to go on two directions on that. One, I'm going to have to be nice. I'm going to stay on there. I'm demonstrating something. What is that? Huh? A lover of self. Now you know what the other one is, right? See, yes. I told you, look at me. Lovers of their own self, covetousness, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents. I have never seen so much disobedience they have to parents. Not only do I have to parents, they don't have obedience with the parents, but even in school, the way that the kids are even dealing with the teachers. And I remember my son said that, Dad, I gotta quit. If I don't quit, I'm going to end up in jail. There's no respect. But respect starts first. Where? At home. At home. And so disobedience to parents, unthankful. I've never seen so much unthankfulness. Have you? I mean, people don't even appreciate the things that you even do. Now, I'm going to tell you that. I don't care for appreciation. But it's good to be acknowledged. But anything you do, you should do it not as unto yourself, but do it as unto the Lord. When you do it as unto the Lord, you can care less whether somebody appreciates it or not, but it is nice of somebody. But I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it as unto the Lord. You see, so but there is so much unthankful today and unholy. I don't know. Maybe I was like that. I know I was like that. I've never seen so much unholiness anymore. It seems like we as Christians are a minority in this world. So much unholiness. I mean, unholy speaking, unholy acting, unholy doing. I mean, even when I was in the world, I wasn't so unholy. I guess because I was brought up in the church, I was still out there in the world, but it's so much of this. But these are the things in the last days. Without natural affection, shall I break that down, or can you use your own imagination about natural affection? Truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent. And I looked the word up, incontinent. It's you're not able to control your body. But it goes on a little further than that. It's like lack of self-control. Of self-control. You find so many people that are out of control now. You could say something to somebody. What did you say? And they're ready to get on. Just because you just said something. What's going on here? Let me ask a question. How would Jesus react to certain things? This is why it's best in the Proverbs. It says, be slow to speak. You'll give yourself an opportunity to think about what you're saying instead of just blooding out like a shotgun and breaking down people's feelings and causing strife and division, and which it does. But if we just concentrate a little bit before you ever open your mouth, or you just, you know what we say, now chill, bro, sit, chill. Chill means walk away. Walk away. If you walk away, they're going to be fighting with themselves only. You know, truce breaks, false accuser, incontinent, lack of self-control, terrorists, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Have you ever noticed that because of your goodness, because of the way you act, the way you talk, and your relationship with the Lord, people despise you and don't even want to be around you? I'll guarantee you something. Here's a group over here. This group are just having a good time. You walk over there and your light is shining. You're going to break up that group because of your light of Christ Jesus that's on the inside of you is shining in a dark world. And they don't want to be around it. They will split up. And if your light is shining, you don't even have to say a word. But if you say a word, you begin to talk one by one by one. They're going to go. You broke up the group because of he that is in you and he that is in the world. Amos 3:3, how can two walk together unless they agree? See? Okay, so despisers of those that are good. Oh, here he come again. I ain't gonna get into that one. What does 4 say? You got it on the wall there? Not all at once. Traitors. Heady. Okay, let's go for again. People are not thankful to people. Did you know that? And there are people that are amongst you, but are not with you. And you will find that a lot of things that has happened is because of your trust in someone else, and they have done a loop-de-loop on you. Our trust is not in man, but our trust is in God. Heidi or Haiti, that's a word in the dictionary. It says intoxication. Intoxication, that's I don't know why they just didn't use it. Maybe they just want to be highfalutin in the word. But it's intoxication. And you find a lot of people not sober-minded. You'll find a lot of people drunk and high, I call it as a Georgia kite. That's what in my day, I don't know what they call it today. But we say, man, that ball's high as a Georgia kite. You know. But they're not sober-minded. And yet God is telling us to be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, as a roaring lion, seeketh whom he may devour. If you don't have a clear mind, the devil can tear you up. If you don't have a clear mind, and I hate to say this, it may even affect some of the people that's in this room here, that when you are intoxicated, whether you are a person's father, mother, brother, the alcohol will take over and you will do things that normally you would not ever do. And a lot of people have gotten incest raping their daughters, raping their sons because of intoxication. It happens. Believe me, I've done a great study on that in my drug and alcohol counseling, without a doubt here. Lovers of pleasure. Lovers of pleasure. Lover of pleasure. We on our way. We on our way to church when we were there on